a dick. And he probably did. But
oh my. I like the saying that if you can't see the idiot you were 10 years ago, you're probably still that same idiot.
Yeah, no, that's good. You're so mean.
It's like a roast. It's like the roast of Andy Captain.
Yeah, well, in his defense, I did forget his birthday, so.
It's pretty mean.
Who's
the real mean one?
30, though.
No, well, yeah,
As opposed to now?
We'll see that. We'll see about that.
Well, you know, in your 20s, you bounce back from a lot of shit.
Man, so I've had White Claws 3 times since White Claws came out, and like the hangover I've had each of the following day has been like debilitating. Like a piercing.
Shit. You want to join us?
Oh, look at this guy.
What?
You want to be? No, never mind. I thought you were. I'm like, why the fuck are you sneaking in here?
A piercing fucking headache.
I was trying to be sneaky.
White
We
Claws
haven't
are weird,
even started. We're like right in the middle. Well, I mean, the stream's on, but
it's not even like vodka or gin drink.
No, it's like malt liquor, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I was reading the can. It just says
no one
alcohol.
knows. No one knows what it is.
Yeah.
We're getting clawed up down here.
Because I had.
It's got sugar in it. That's what does it.
I wish it was close.
I had White Claws.
Shit's getting real.
Yeah, the schools are closed.
Schools, daycares, churches.
Yeah, churches.
Oh, good lord.
Where am I going to talk to Jesus?
They were completely like.
What about temples?
They were left out when they did the 250 gathering
Places
thing. They were like,
worship,
"Oh, churches, though, you can have as many people together as you want."
Dope.
I was like,
traffic by my place is going to be wide open now. Yeah. No temple.
I was on the Henday today, just driving around. And I'm like, there's fucking like 20% of the cars there usually is out here.
Oh, these times that we live in. Interesting times.
no.
This is what I want to mention on that fucking thing. Is that, like, that press conference that they showed today. That was, like, that's kind of what made it real for me. That's what made it sort of, like, movie-esque for me. Because,
the Kenny one? Or, yeah.
Because when, like, in the movies, there's fucking the press conference and people are talking, and then, like, shit is going on. Then I went to the grocery store, and people are kind of, like... You know, there's
reacting to the news.
People are
down,
literally tearing one another apart over toilet paper.
Yeah,
there's
that sense of it wasn't panic. Again, it was fairly mellow, but
it's like an unease.
Yeah.
An eeriness.
Everything just feels eerie. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, and then we have the fucking AM radio on in the car because we're listening to the fucking reports and shit.
All the
fucking
FM stations are on
fire when you hit that button.
Yeah. It's the only one. We gotta like keep going across the dial. Like, the 3 dogs. Ow! Oh, we got them. We got them.
I have been listening to a lot more Ched lately just because of that. Like just listening to talk about it. I'm genuinely curious about the whole thing. So
because old time radio makes it really feel like the apocalypse.
That's probably what it was.
That's even like local news. Like that's how like we're getting so more attention than we've got since the Fort McMurray fires, and it's just like it's fucked how many people are actually paying attention to the bullshit we put up on the website. Even when it's not about coronavirus, everyone's just checking in on ctv.com right now.
These are the times that we live in.
And then everybody complains about it afterwards because it's your fault that people are buying all the toilet paper.
Yeah. Everyone watches the whole thing and then is like, you guys are fear mongers.
Yeah, you guys are sensationalizing
that's what I get told too. Yeah. Every time I'm like, maybe cancel flights, you know? Maybe take it seriously. Well, you're just the fear-mongering media.
Perpetuating the fucking...
There is a lot of fear-mongering.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's people taking advantage of it. There's no doubt about that. But just, be smart.
I've seen a lot of Pokemon memes about the fear-mongering, which I really relate to. Do you know there's like a evolved form of Gyarados? You probably knew that, hey? There's like a Super Gyarados or something.
Oh, yeah, it's Giga Gyarados, right?
Gigados?
Gigados, yeah.
It's Mega Gyarados, probably.
Gyaratrace?
Giga is the latest one when they grow big.
That's
and
right.
Then Mega
Uno and Gyarados.
If you guys aren't going to take this seriously, I want to talk about a bunch of dickheads here. We'll want to talk about Mega Evolutions.
Welcome to the stream, the show. It is March the 16th. Sorry, my notes are different than usual, and it's upsetting. My name's Matt Eads.
Look at those margins, eh?
Yeah, what margins?
Yeah.
Where am I going to doodle?
Welcome to Talking Reckless 310.
The top right there.
Oliver Aguilar's here.
Hi, there's nothing like a fucking epidemic outbreak that'll get me...
It's just a pandemic so far.
Pandemic outbreak that'll get me back into video games, video game podcasting.
Oh, yeah.
Because I haven't been on in a long time.
It's nice when you knock off those first, 17 priorities and we shoot right to the top.
Brandon Lynch is here.
Hello, Matt.
He's got his bottle of hand sanitizer. The only one of us who's prepared.
Brought to you by Purell.
Yeah. Our lives continuing brought to you by Purell. Andy Captain's here as well.
touched my face 6 times since
Yeah,
showing
I
up.
just saw you do one.
Well, I'm doing it with my wrist. Like, is that okay?
I don't think you're supposed to touch it.
Stays on fabric for a long time.
I was thinking like inside of the shirt was kind of
Yeah,
my go-to because like if somebody does, you can't really get projectiles on the inside of your shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Am I going to have to drink that Purell before I leave?
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Oh, okay.
There's Fireball in the fridge, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Take
There
a
we
shot
go.
right before we leave.
Nothing survives Fireball.
Just wash my hands in it.
Welcome to the show. We have new mics here in the studio, so things might sound a little different. Not worse, just different. So bear with us as we get them figured out. They already sound way better than they did this morning. I've tweaked them, and this podcast sounds much better than Rolling Reckless did.
I like the idea of someone listening who is actively thinking, "Oh, this sounds so much worse."
Yeah, it just might sound-
And then you said, "Not worse, just different," and they're like, "Oh, okay,
Change.
that's better."
Change.
I'm alright with that.
I've done that
Okay.
before.
It's just different, you know?
This is awful. Well, it was just changed a little bit. It's not as bad. Okay, maybe you're right.
We are in the midst of the COVID pandemic, but you've heard a ton about that, so we won't talk too much about
Especially
that.
if you pay us to listen to our pre-show.
That's right. The pre-show was basically 30 minutes of us just like, oh gosh, things are really bad out here, guys.
No.
That was pretty funny at the end.
Send
We talked
help.
about memes. It was good.
Yeah, some great. I would love to share a meme with you now, if I may, that I shared with Brando earlier.
This is a good meme.
Which, yes.
Because it's a meme about
It's
memes.
it's the Titanic meme. Two panels. Top one is the Titanic like going down. The next panel is the band, playing it, and the top panel of the Titanic says the world, and then the bottom one is memers. Gentlemen, it's been an honor playing with you all.
I saw that one. That one was
That's
a good one.
Yeah,
The memers are the real heroes.
that's right. The memes are the only good thing to come out.
Well, and we've had what have been the 3 big things so far? I know there was the World War III there for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those
there
are
was
funny.
There was something else too, right? Where
Kobe?
Is that the right?
Though there was some good
Is
memes
that
in
the
that
right
too.
basketball
That was
player?
somber,
Yep.
but no, I thought there was some other big thing that happened right out of the gate this year. But who even cares anymore at this point?
I think you're totally right, but I
Yeah,
can't.
nobody knows.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yes, the World War III memes were also fantastic.
really
Just because
like
I really enjoyed all the whatever, like Gen Xers dropping in on World War III, and it's like they're all in Fortnite clothes and stuff. Fortniters setting up base or whatever on the front lines. And
A salute to you, the memers, for right up there with grocery store workers. The people who can't quit no matter what.
yeah, sure. Well, at least memers, they can stay quarantined though. That's the thing. So
I don't know. I think those memes all. I think it's much like this. I imagine they sit around a table and they're like, oh, okay, we're using the Titanic today to workshop ideas, and they focus test them and
it could be, but at least that's still a trusted group of people though, right?
Bespoke memes.
It's literally a bunch of monkeys on keyboards.
Monkeys are what was it in Thailand because there's no tourists to feed the monkeys.
Yeah, that was
so now it's
pretty
like
good.
ravenous monkeys
Yeah.
are taking over the cities in
Yeah.
search for food.
It's just a domino effect. This virus
It's
has
like
had on all
Cabin in
of us.
the Woods, where like all these weird. Who had monkeys? They don't have monkeys tearing apart Thailand.
What did the monkeys used to do before we got here? Why are they doing that?
It's just weird to think though that like something like this would bring up problems like that nobody would ever be able to predict that
No.
would ever be an issue, right?
No,
It's
that's
just
a real fucked one.
What is happening right now?
What is going on?
Oh man, did anyone do anything that's not? So I guess before we get into the show, there's some stories that are kind of around COVID cancellations of things, but other than that, we won't talk about it too much because I think we all have enough of that. Especially like Brandon said, if you listen to Tron, you just got 30 minutes of us. If I had hair, I'd be pulling it out.
Yeah.
If we do talk about it, it'll be with a humored
That's right.
angle.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're not gonna be all doomsday about it.
Did anybody play any video games this week?
I'll just get mine out of the way. The only real fucking video game that I played was that
We
Final
only talk
Fantasy.
about real video games here, so
That Final Fantasy demo from a couple weeks ago. Did you guys talk about that last
a little
week?
bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, fuck, that's good. Fuck me, was that ever good?
Kevin did not like the Final Fantasy VII demo.
Did he not? Is that what he said?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, here on this show.
Did anybody else? Did you played it?
Yeah, I played it.
I didn't play it.
Yeah,
but
I
I'm going to
played
play the game, so that's why I didn't
Yeah.
play it.
Did you play what kind of combat style? Did you play the active
Just whatever was
go
default.
all the time? Yeah, okay. I like that classic. The whatever the other mode is, where it's exactly the same except Cloud just runs around by himself and attacks by himself, and then if you want to take control, you can.
I could probably try to play it again in that style because I actually really enjoyed that demo. Like Final Fantasy VII was such a touchstone in my life, my young life.
Formative game.
Yeah, and even the way they're doing the intro, like shot for shot, the same, and the music, and then fucking gosh,
It looks fucking beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That video game.
Yeah. No Tifa.
There's
that
no
demo.
BT, not in the.
Is she
demo.
gonna be in the game? What if she's? When does Tifa come into the 7? Is she like
Just-
really early in the story?
Yeah, pretty soon after those scenes. Like this demo was essentially the demo that they released. There was a game that they released with this demo, which was fucking awesome.
So there's like very
way back in like
very
96.
low chance that Final Fantasy VII remake Part 1 comes out and does not. It like cuts off before Tifa
No
shows up.
No, it's
That would have been very funny. Hopefully it gets pushed back. What do I need? March? It's out in, when is it out? March?
I have no idea. I don't know.
When is
anything about
7
any
out?
games.
Does anyone know when the remake is supposed to be out?
No, I can't see past Doom and
Yeah, I think if it
Animal
comes out
Crossing.
after June, you owe me $50, and if it comes out before June,
right.
I owe you $50.
Sure. Did you have somebody check that?
Well, yes, but we have to decide if it comes out in parts. Is that remake out? If it's like, oh, here's part 1 of 5, like we need to decide. Is the Final Fantasy VII remake out?
No, because the whole thing. I think the whole thing back then was like, it's never going to be released. You guys, this is always just the thing that they're talking about. It will never be released. And
I still maintain it. It's like Shenmue. We'll get the first 2 parts and never see.
So, are we talking about complete, or are we talking about that first part is like a proof product of this, and then that's being
that's
released?
what we have to decide for the bet.
I think that so who had the it coming out before?
I was late.
You
I
did.
was like, it'll never be out.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll
so
never be
I
out.
think
I'm like, I believe it's going to be out.
Oliver wins the bet upon the completion of the last game.
That's kind of my thought as
Yeah.
well. When all Final Fantasy VII, assuming it ever comes out,
even though the whole thing didn't come out till after, I think Oliver wins the bet
if it starts before
if it
June.
does ever finish.
Yeah, okay,
but started
that's fair.
before June.
I agree with that.
So that should also
But
buy
that means
you...
Oliver can literally never lose.
That
Because
also-
like
yeah.
30 years, like, well, technically
Yeah.
it could still be coming.
Yeah,
So I guess I'm fucked.
yeah. But you know what? Not for nearly as long. Like you're not fucked for a long time down the road because
It's
they
true.
also have to prove it the other way
That
that it is like it
will
either
not
is
be
coming out
finished.
or it's not coming out
But
for a
they'll
very
never,
long time.
They'll just leave part 4. It'll be Half-Life 2 episode 2, where they'll just leave it hanging and
I
be
guess
like,
so.
16 years later, here it is, the complete Final Fantasy VII.
Because yeah, even that last Shenmue was a long time coming, wasn't it?
Yeah, years
Fucking
and years and years.
Doesn't matter. I just know that demo was really good, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that is a game I definitely want to play.
Tifa-less
Which is
Final Fantasy.
something I haven't said in a long time, even before Death Stranding.
I've never played a Final Fantasy numbered game.
I played a little 15, a little bit of 15.
Played a little Crystal Chronicles.
Oh, I played a little Chris Chronicles, not very good. I don't remember
I
being
didn't
great.
play very much of it.
Yeah,
But you said you're gonna play this one?
Yep.
That's the one to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a good jumping in point.
me too.
I haven't touched one, even a non-numbered one.
No?
Perfect. We can all
This
play
one-
7 for the first time together.
Does one look interesting to you? 7?
You've never even.
I haven't seen a single
Oh, wow.
thing for it. No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't looked at anything about it. So, yeah, it's never.
Cloud from Smash Brothers. You know that
I
Smash
know who
Brothers
he is.
character,
Like
Cloud.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
It's never been something where I'm like even been slightly remotely curious in it. So yeah, I don't know and the main thing is because they're long, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
see,
this one probably won't be.
Okay, because was it like the last one that came out? Wasn't there like boss fights that were like 8 hours or something like that?
Not 15. I don't know.
They're long role playing games.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
100 hours start to
Yeah.
finish
Yeah.
type thing.
I mean, I'll
lot of
finish a
shit to
long game
do.
if it sucks me in, but I've got to like. Yeah, I don't know. It sense the fact that they're long and the fact that just like that world never really drew me in is kind of why I never played it before. But maybe now's the time to give it a shot.
I used to think it was for lamos.
Yeah, it was definitely a thing from when I was younger. I loved Japanese RPGs, like the Final Fantasies, the Chrono Triggers, the
But
Secret of
hates
Manas.
anime somehow.
That's when I was young. I was totally all about anime. Like this was
okay.
the time
Oh,
when I was
sorry.
all about Japanese fucking culture.
Japanese fucking culture.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Getting back
Shows
into
itself the most in anime
it. Oh, yeah.
compared to any
And
medium.
then as I grew up, like that stuff started to become off-putting for me in a way that I fucking hate anime now.
But that's extreme.
I actually really do.
That's extreme.
JR
You just played Final Fantasy VII is the most
Listen,
anime.
I'm circling back. I don't like anime anymore. I definitely don't like JRPGs anymore. But like, yes, having this Final Fantasy VII remake come out, or even just the demo and trying it again, I'm like, I could get into this. I'm gonna get into this. This is again a touchstone of my childhood. Fucking really like this game.
So do you think it will bring with it the love of anime?
No.
Everybody lend me your energy. I'm going to throw the fucking spirit bomb at Oliver for his crimes against anime.
As I was playing this, and there's definitely like anime tropes in it with the androgynous like main hero with the fucking hair. That, and then even the shitty dialogue and like the over the top dialogue from like Barrett and stuff. I'm like, man, it's gonna fucking love this game. Man is gonna love it. Giant sword.
Listen, I'm not you, Oliver, who just decides like it'd be like saying I don't like soup. There's lots of different soups in the world, Oliver. You know, I like some animes. I don't like some other animes.
We need Warren here to talk about soup.
Yeah, Warren. That's what I was saying. Warren
hates all soup.
objectively hates soup. I know.
Anyway, that's Final Fantasy VII. That's a-okay in my books.
Yeah, I enjoyed the demo. It was neat
I'm
little
looking
thing.
forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
May, I want to say.
That sounds right. Just early enough to. I mean, listen. Maybe the way the world is right now, delays. If there's going to be one, 7. Just a month. Just a month. I think there's like 2 weeks, and I'd be good.
I was gonna say, if it's a long game, it's too bad that we didn't have it right now. Like now's the time for it.
Yeah.
Got fucking Doom coming out though.
Yeah, it's true. We have some. I mean, I was upset that Animal Crossing wasn't this Friday and that it's next Friday. I was like, it would have been perfect if it was this one. Perfect timing for that. But anyways,
Games
next week.
are coming.
Yeah,
So-
we'll have plenty of time to play it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, trying to stay away from the virus talk, I think this is going to be around for a very long time.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
and we will
fucking
eventually talk
find
about
yourself
it again,
some
but-
video games.
Yeah, there's never been a better time. Maybe just why don't you just hang out with me on the stream all day? You know,
Or Sue.
that's a good time. Yeah,
Pump some money into fucking Amazon Prime or
or me,
Or Matt.
or
I don't
me,
know. Fuck Amazon
Matt.
Prime.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have a Prime sub
Give
and
him-
want to
give
use
him
it, that'd
yeah.
be cool. But
Yeah. If you already got Netflix, though, you might as well just get your money to Matt. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you got Netflix, you're good.
maybe you
sure,
get
what's
Prime
that?
instead of
$13.99 a
Netflix.
month? Oh, what the things I could do with an extra $13.99 a month? Andy.
That's true. That's true. More foam.
More, honestly, yes.
There are some parts of this wall, some small sections
there's
which don't have foam
strip
on them.
up there, and I do need a little bit more. But
The audio is just bouncing off those parts.
I played Journey to the Savage Planet.
Oh.
I finished Journey to the Savage Planet.
How long was it?
Not long, like 6 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Did not find everything, but did
Right.
see there are two kind of endings. Did see them both. It's okay. It's I played it with somebody co-op, so that was pretty fun. Just kind of fucking around, and it's okay. It reminds me so much of. Did you ever play Grow Home?
Yep.
It reminds me so much of Grow Home, but what if Grow Home had like a gun sometimes?
Sure.
Where it's like you're just kind of exploring spaces and like, oh, it's fun to. Like eventually, you kind of get movement abilities where it sort of feels like you're almost breaking the game in some spots. Where like I don't think I should be able to get up here, but there's a collectible up here, so clearly I was supposed to. That's fun.
Yep.
It's a neat little thing.
It reminded me very much of like a very stripped down, very small version of like a Subnautica. Or
Yeah, kind of.
something like that. Like almost like a tutorial area for Subnautica, where
Yeah.
it was like this is way smaller, but a lot of the same systems are here, and a lot of the like, it kind of looks like it looks very similar, except in a very different setting, but kind
Yeah.
of a cartoony look. What'd you think of all the stuff in the ship, all the humor?
Some of them, most of it's bad.
Yep.
There's some good. There's some funny jokes in there. Though I like audibly like ha
Yeah.
a few times. There's a couple good gags in there that I really like.
Me too.
Some of it I find hard. I find that meat thing like physically hard to watch.
Yeah.
That thing is fucking disgusting.
Yep.
Where there's just shots of like old rotten meat thrown into a garbage can in a toilet in one. Ugh. Ugh. Apple pies in toilets, fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Rotten
yeah.
meat in toilets, there's nothing funny about that.
No.
It's disgusting.
What's the context in this?
For what? An apple pie in a toilet?
And
The context
both
is that it's
those.
really funny. Isn't it funny to put a pie into a toilet and then flush it down? Gee, I can't even say it without laughing. It's so funny.
Like, as I say, I just picture, like, you setting the whole pie in there with the tin and it just sits there. Like, you mean like you're breaking it up and throwing
No,
it
you
in
gotta to empty it out of the tin. You're not putting the tin in. All pies are funny in toilets. Try it sometime.
Nope.
I don't know. Pumpkin might be like too dense. Pumpkin, you might need like a plunger. That might be a problem. But
Pass on this one. The worst part about this is I know there's videos out there of it, and I could go look one up.
yeah,
But I'm not going to.
that's what we're doing for my birthday in May. We're putting pies in toilets. So BYO pie. I got a toilet. We're gonna do this thing right.
Birthday plans, Andy.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe we'd play Rock Band or something, but if that's what we're doing, then that's
Yeah.
cool, I guess. I'll swing by and see if there's any at the grocery store so we can do this.
Yeah, Journey to Savage Planet is fine. Fine. If I didn't have somebody to play it with, I would probably not have played the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's what, $30?
Yeah, American. It's probably 40 Canadian, which feels a bit pricey
Steep,
for the
yeah.
time I got out of it. I did almost everything. There was more eggs to collect was the only thing
I very much
still
fell
have
off
to
of
do.
it, and I thought the same thing. It was fine. I fell off of it because something else came out.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not,
Probably not worth the $40 though.
maybe not.
I didn't really like Grow Home, so as soon as you said Grow Home, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I liked Grow Home, but did not play enough to finish it. You playing video games? I think all I did was Savage Planet. I mean, I spent a lot of time setting the studio up.
Yeah, you've been busy lately.
Done. It's done now.
All that foam, washing it, doing all that.
foam.
I
You laugh, but I had to literally soak every single square of foam in the bathtub and then hair dry it.
I think I was laughing.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to do that?
Because they didn't fucking poof back up the way they're supposed to. And they're like, you just gotta wash them and hair dry them. I'm like, I bought 124 pieces of foam. Are you fucking serious?
No.
Yup.
You're
Okay.
That's a heart attack.
Great. Yep, so it was, I washed them 24 at a time and spread towels all over my living room and laid them all out and had a big fan.
Everybody thinks it's
would
just...
go and hair dry them for a bit, and
Just tossing some pies in the toilet while they dry.
it's the only thing keeping me sane.
Everybody
busy.
thinks the life of streamer is so fucking glamorous.
Yeah. For every hour of video games, there's 2 hours washing the fucking foam. At least.
Gotta pull it down every day, too. It's crazy.
It keeps falling down. People are too rough on it.
What is happening in here during your D&D
The chairs
streams?
go out. The chairs get moved out
People are acting and
for
stuff.
the wrestling. Yeah, that's right. We take the chairs out so people can act better.
Okay.
And no, the chairs get used by Kevin's game in the living room.
Okay.
So they
And we don't want
the
carelessness
foam,
to
the
happen.
foam gets fucked up. It seems when the chairs go in and out. You play any video games?
The only news, since I'm saving up my cash for Animal Crossing when that rolls around, I haven't bought anything new recently, but did dive into Warzone, as
Yeah.
most people probably have with Call of Duty. So
Yes.
that's the newest thing that I've done recently.
I actually forgot that came out until I looked at the sheet and went, oh, right.
Warzone.
That's right.
This is the first show we've done since it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just this week, right? Tuesday.
Is that right? Tuesday?
I think Tuesday was when they dropped it, wasn't
I
it?
think you're
Yeah,
right.
could be.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Was
It
it,
was Tuesday.
was it up on the weekend?
No,
This
it was
might be-
Tuesday.
Yeah, okay.
I remember seeing I remember seeing a post on Monday saying tomorrow it comes out, and I was like, oh, why isn't it out today? I want to play it today. So I remember that moment in my
Felt
life.
like a very, very long week.
It's been yes. But anyways, not talking about it.
It's the Battle Royale, the Call of Duty, free to play for everybody.
Yeah.
Which is, I did not know that was a thing. You Oliver, could go
right?
download. Yeah, you don't need Call of Duty. You can go download it. I highly recommend it
Fucking right.
because Call of Duty is fucking dope this year. And even if you don't like Battle Royales, you can still play a little Call of Duty, which is rad.
Call of Duty was always such a great feeling and controlling video game.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
That I'm totally,
This game this year is the exact game you probably remember playing last. Modern Warfare 2.
The thing with the thing that's funny too, that now like they have a good battle royale one, is I remember even I probably said to everybody, but when PUBG came out, I was just like, man, I can't wait till till like Call of Duty comes out with a battle royale or something. It's gonna be super tight and good. And now we have it,
Yeah.
which was inevitable, but
We actually had one before this, and no one liked
that
I was
it.
going to say, lol, at whatever last year's Call of Duty Battle Royale was.
yeah, they didn't do a very good job of that one, did they? Apex kind of overshadowed it, didn't it?
And it was also not free to play. You had to have Call of Duty that year.
Yeah, it was. But this one, they did some stuff. They actually made some changes and kind of made it their own in a few ways. That it's cool, I think.
It's different enough than the other games out there that feels like it has space to hang.
Yeah, I can respect that they decided to do some stuff with it instead of just being like, we'll just make a battle royale, but with modern warfare controls.
Yeah, that's gas instead of a ring. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're Call of Duty. You'll play it. The one thing I really like about it is that there's a sense of chaos with it, which I really enjoy, because that's one thing I find with like Apex, and even Fortnite too doesn't have that as much. I like that there's like, like yesterday when we were playing and Warren dropped an airstrike on a roof and killed an entire squad.
Triple kill, yeah,
like, you know,
shit.
like stuff like that is like, to me, I'm like, yeah, like that's, you know, I love that chaos, right? Or even when when I run over a guy with a vehicle or something like that. I'm like,
The inclusion of vehicles is definitely like my two favorite moments that have happened since I started playing this game was definitely the one where you were spectating me and that car, it was in the first game we played, and that car like pulled up outside of our building to fuck us, and I was on the roof with only my starting pistol and an RPG with one shot and blew the fuck out of the car. I immediately died afterwards from someone shooting me from higher up. But watching that vehicle blow up, I'm like, there's something you can't do in fucking Apex. And
Somebody hit you with a fucking chopper, I remember.
Oh yeah,
Like bodied you with a helicopter.
Like, just ran their chopper into me when I was running on the ground. And then there was another part where I was spectating Warren and Eads, and they hopped on an ATV and started zipping out of town. And all of a sudden, like from an angle you couldn't see on the camera, they got T-boned by like a big truck
Out of nowhere.
So then they start like driving away, and the camera like swings around because I think Matt was on the gunner seat. Maybe it was Warren. Whoever was on the back swings around, and the thing's just chasing them, and they're just like machining into the truck. And I'm like, this is pretty dope.
So it's in squads of 3. There's currently no solo play option. You can choose not to fill a squad, but you're still playing in squads of 3. When you get shot, you go into kind of a down but not out state. Your teammates can revive you. You can buy a auto revive, which I don't think is in
Self revive.
Yeah, it's not in Apex, or I don't recognize that mechanic.
well,
from anywhere.
Apex has it if you have the gold shield.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The highest tier knockdown shield in Apex is an automatic.
Also,
revive.
the worst gold in Apex, but that's another conversation.
I don't even know what that means. But then, so after you die, just like Apex, your teammate can buy you back in. But before that happens, for the first however long in the game, the gulag is open. It's it is literally the shower from the movie The Rock.
Yep.
Which I'm sure they must have known. So I bet whoever made that level fucking loves The Rock.
That level feels like it's pulled straight out of Modern Warfare game too.
Yeah, it is.
You have a fight there.
Those are.
You go to the gulag
That's where
to
you get
break
price
out
out
price.
in
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
it looks
knew
like
that
it's pulled
because
right
it
out of
was
there.
literally one of the last Call of Duties I played, like you mentioned.
Prisoner,
Yeah.
what is he, 627? Anyways. Did you do that in this
name
game?
is
As we're talking about this, you get him. He's just with you. Price is just hanging out with you. Oh,
Yeah,
that
no.
will theoretically happen maybe in the future.
Right. Yeah.
Right, okay. Sorry, this is completely sidetracked. If you die early enough, you get sent to the gulag, where you have a one-on-one duel with someone. It's like a 15-second quick little. It's like the old Unreal Tournament shock arenas,
Right.
where it's just one shot, kill, go.
And it's neat because everyone who gets killed is getting put in this instance around the top, like outside of the arena, and everyone's looking down and like punching each other on the outside. I don't think you can actually kill anyone on the outside.
No.
But you can just wail on them on the outside, and you're like, if your teammate's in the bottom but you're up top watching, you can kind of like tell them over chat. I'm like, oh, the guy's going to the left. And everything, and then it just like, after that fight settled, then you both get pulled in. And after that fight settled, then the next two get pulled in.
So whoever wins this one-on-one duel gets to go back into the game. They respawn, the other person dies, which is a really weird mechanic. Like, interesting. It makes for a situation sometimes where when you die in the gameplay, the amount of time that you are sometimes expected to wait to be revived can literally be 20 to 25 minutes sometimes. Like, they're really long games. And that's
This is a bring a sandwich game.
it is definitely a bring a sandwich game where like when me and Warren were playing, Andy, you and I were dead just watching Warren, like more often than not. I think we spent more time spectating Warren than we did probably playing. And it does, especially if you're not playing with a group of 3, like it already happens. I think, does it still happen in Apex where someone goes down and is like,
Yeah.
fuck this, I quit,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait.
It happens enough in Apex. I can't imagine it.
And Apex
if-
it's like 2 minutes and that's it, right?
Yeah.
2 minutes and then you can't be revived. There's a
Right,
window
yeah,
where
you'll time
once you're
out
out,
and then you're
out.
done. And once you're out, then people drop out and
Yeah.
no one blames them.
And in Call of Duty, there isn't even that.
No,
That like
because even if you don't get win your way back in with the gulag, you can get brought back by your teammates if they have enough money. They can basically buy you back. So there's always the hope that you can get back in. So then all of a sudden you're like, well, should I stick around
Yeah.
for this
I almost have to
potentially
stay.
half-hour game?
It's it gets long sometimes, especially when you're playing with other people and you're just like, oh fuck,
Which I don't think I would do.
you guys.
Like, I think I'm already at the point where I would only play Warzone with 2 friends.
Yeah, I wouldn't play with two other people because even too, if you are waiting for them to bring you back in, you don't know if they give a shit.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
might just, you might be like, oh, they got the money, they're gonna bring me back in. Oh, they
No.
bought their loadouts. Okay, I guess I'll go
Bought
fuck myself.
self-revives, yeah.
Yeah, all right then.
But other than like a little bit of weird pacing, which it's like it's when you die really early, it always feels bad already.
Right.
And when you die really early in Warzone, which is the most generic name ever, it feels extra super really bad.
Right.
But other than like I got killed in the first 2 minutes. All right, I'll see you in 25. I really like it. I'm really
Yeah, that's kind of where I stand as well too. If they can find a way, and hopefully they'll kind of tweak that a little bit. But if they can find a way to kind of knock those wait times down a little bit, even maybe shorten the matches somehow. I don't know, speed up the smog or something.
I
it's
remember
good.
the first time after we played my first Warzone that we went back to Apex, and it was amazing how short those games felt.
Yeah.
Like it feels like they're twice as long in
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I think like we've played games that are at least half an hour.
Yeah.
At least.
And like a long game of Apex is like probably just under 20 minutes, I would say. Maybe around 20 minutes.
Yeah. And like with Call of Duty, it's just how vast it is too, right? Because I mean, like you drop into the city and like you got the buildings there and all these, like it's big, right? It's so big.
And there's
looks
150
super
people
cool.
as
Yeah,
well,
you
not
can-
just 100.
You can fuck around in one area for so long in that game. It's like, it's just so vast. And then you play Apex, and it feels like you're on a flat plane.
Yeah.
like,
I really love the map design because like it is, like you say, it is big enough that we are like always having. They just feel like levels from the game almost. They're like it's almost like we're playing deathmatch. We're in downtown, so it's all high buildings, and we're going through streets and inside buildings and stuff. This other one, we're out in this field and having this like crazy long range sniper fight. And I really like the way the map like sets up these. They feel like I remember all these little weird encounters that we have. Of like, I remember that time that we just fucking held out in a staircase for 2 hours because we could hear people above us, people below us, and nobody wanted to move.
Yeah.
And speaking of staircases, some of the building designs, like some of the level design itself, is a little fucked. Where there are skyscrapers that have items on the first floor, items on the roof, and then 25 sets of stairs with nothing in them and no doors to check.
Yeah.
So as you're going up, you're literally just running up the stairs for
It's like
a
they
few
didn't want to
minutes.
create a situation where you could grab tons and tons of loot in one building.
Yeah.
But they're also like, but we need verticality.
Yeah, you gotta get
we
these
need
stairs
people a reason to go to
somehow.
the top of this thing.
yeah.
There's a weird thing where you can't. Sorry.
Yeah, like maybe like beyond just blocking off those rooms in the middle, I don't know how you deal with that.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
it's cool to have those big buildings.
Even
and
just
I get your
put a
problem,
few
but
rooms, even if the rooms are mostly empty, like the straight 25 staircases with literally nothing, no windows, no doors, no items. Just make it a ladder. Make it a ladder at that point.
Yeah, because like in Apex, the buildings that are like that have like the zip ropes.
Yeah.
To go all the way up.
if you had a ladder though, I would just go stand below that thing, and just boop, shoot you.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. There's
Just take the
the
elevator.
staircases suck.
Let's take the elevator. Don't take the staircases. Then I think they just expect everybody to take the elevator shaft.
Not
so-
always. Is there an elevator in every single one? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, you can get it pretty much to the top with that. But then I guess too, then you have the problem with people setting up bouncing beddies and stuff at the top, and so you need the stairs.
It's a neat little game.
I like
it's free.
the when you're dropping in, they have the big words.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
the big
yeah.
floating like area names where it's like the stadium, the
in
the
world
school, yeah.
text.
Yeah, which is really cool. I don't like that. I don't understand the jumping in that game where you have a jump master
It doesn't do anything.
that doesn't seem to have any extra powers than anyone else.
He's just not. It's just he's like got a star where maybe listen to maybe the jump master.
Yeah.
No one can
like
decide.
anyone
the jump
can
master
mark
can
it,
decide.
but the jump master has a star
Yeah.
because maybe there's some honor system where people are like, well, maybe that's the arbitrary place we should land.
Well, if you're in a group of people that you don't know, though, maybe that's just like a guideline for maybe if you get into a group of three that actually wants to stay together.
That's kinda what I would say.
Yeah, then at least you have somebody that's kind of a guide. So
You should jump together.
You should yeah, I agree.
You should
Yeah.
the game should make you jump together.
Just like an Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
if you want to split off really early and fucking go do your own thing and be a dick, okay.
Yeah,
But
or
I
like
don't,
have a button like I don't want to jump with the squad leader.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hang back and do this crazy strategy or whatever.
yeah. But the default should just be just like Apex, where I don't have to worry about like, okay, Matt, are you jumping now? When are you jumping?
I jumped 10 minutes ago. I jumped
like-
right at the beginning.
Oh fuck. Okay. I'll see you in half an hour. Catch you in the gulag.
Yeah, good luck.
by that point, it's almost best just to go get shot and then go in the gulag and then get launched again.
So you said 150 players?
Yeah.
And the map is really big?
Very
yeah.
big, yeah.
And there's vehicles?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It
Choppers.
feels a lot
quads.
less dense than other battle royales, except for maybe PUBG, where like it feels like the time between encounters is a lot longer. Like the
Right.
space is massive. Unless you drop, you drop with 30 people or whatever, and okay, we're gonna have our big pistol fight in the beginning. But once things settle down, it feels very.
It does feel like, though, because there are so many people and everybody's kind of hiding. Once that circle does start to shrink, and if an area does start popping off, like it gets busy fast with everybody coming in there trying to clean up and stuff. So
It's very cool.
it is cool. I like it. I like
It is.
chaos.
How many gigs did I? Do you remember how many gigs?
It's fucking so
I was
big.
losing my shit because I was gonna download on Xbox to just play on the Xbox.
I thought you said it was 60 or something like that.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
or like 90 or it's 166 for the whole game.
Yeah.
which is fucking big. But it's like 90 gigs for this battle royale mode or whatever.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's a big download.
Yeah. It's cool. Worth it.
I think so. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Last question from me. Do I need PlayStation Plus to play this?
No,
Great.
but you do need Xbox Live Gold if you're on the Xbox, which is a little fucky. I don't have PlayStation Plus anymore, but I still play Bloodborne. I cannot use I can't see other players' deaths. There's stains in the asynchronous multiplayer in Bloodborne, but I can get into Call of Duty and fucking shoot people in the face.
That's weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I let mine lapse at the beginning of the year, and I'm like,
What do you pay? What am I paying for it for? I barely use it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You get a free game every month.
Yeah,
Two.
two free games.
yeah.
Brandon, why don't you tell me a little about Ori?
I'll tell you everything you want to know about Ori. What do you want to know?
What's an Ori?
Is this a sequel?
This is a sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest.
Fucking love that game.
That's a fucking great game.
Yeah.
And this game seems like exactly the same in a lot of ways, but they've just blown it out and made it bigger. So this is going to be, I'm going to try and remember what happened in Ori and the Blind Forest.
Okay.
And based on that, hopefully I'm correct in saying that these things are different. In Ori, you had like kind of a weird little close projectile attack. And that's how you damaged enemies. You'd like tap X to shoot these little sparks at enemies, and you can only have a certain amount of them out at the same time. And once it hit, then you could shoot another, and it was like that. Now the Ori I have has a sword, which is the first, like the default attack, but I think you're going to get a lot of other attacks looking at the menu. And you have all these different abilities that you're unlocking, and you can basically equip 3 of them at any different time.
Okay.
On top of that, there's a whole bunch of passive abilities that you can get that you can slot in, like sticking to walls instead of sliding down them, or stuff like that. It seems to be taking a lot from Hollow Knight.
Okay. I've played. That's where you're a bug?
Yeah, where you're
okay.
a bug.
Yeah.
Where you're a bug.
Yep.
But the reason I fell off Hollow Knight is because I thought the checkpointing was brutal, and
It's very Dark Soulsy in its nature.
and I hated the never have a map until you find the map maker.
Yeah.
Where this also has the you uncover the map as you go, and then when you find the map maker, he'll fill the whole thing out for you, but it uncovers the map as you travel it.
Yeah.
Like a sane video game.
Yeah. No, listen, the Hollow Knight is not a cartographer. He can't
Yes.
keep maps as he
Right.
goes.
Yeah. So it's fucking beautiful. It's running pretty well for me, but it seems to not be running well for everybody.
Yeah, it seems like performance
mine
issues might be a...
hitches every time it looks like it's saving, which I assume means it's when I'm entering new areas.
Yeah, maybe streaming something from the hard drive or...
Right. And then it's just like a little whoop, boom, and you keep going.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it's totally fine. That game looks fucking really good.
Yeah.
And the music is fucking... Do you remember the beginning of the original Ori? And it's
Maybe.
about the light leaving the forest, and then
I was
your
gonna say, is it
your
a forest that dies
big
or something?
friend dies, yeah. And the music and everything's so good. They do a very similar thing at the beginning of this one, where I was watching it, being it's like a Disney movie, where it's just like the beginning of a Disney movie, someone dies, and you're just like, oh, this is sad. I don't know if I want to play this.
Was it another Big Friend? Was it Big Friend again?
No, it wasn't Big Friend again.
Came back just for that.
Yeah.
Well, so I can't remember. So Big Friend is at the beginning of this game.
Of the Will o' the Wisps.
Right. So I can't remember if Big Friend comes back after you save the forest in the first game.
Did not get far enough to know.
Yeah. No, I beat that game, but I just can't remember. You also have a big spider leg friend who you might remember.
I remember that guy.
Yeah. And then I believe the new character in this game is, I'm going to get this wrong, but the owl, who is the child of the big owl that you think is the enemy throughout most of the first game, who's always trying to fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now there's a little owl, and you're teaching him how to fly. And you teach him how to fly, and then you get on his back, and you're like, we know they're how to fly. Let's fucking get out of here. And when you go flying around, and then a storm hits, and you crash land, and you lose the owl. And it's sad.
That is sad.
Now I'm trying to find the owl.
He's probably fine. He's probably okay. He's probably fine
I thought
out
the
there.
opposite. I thought he was dead for sure.
Oh, well.
But
what do I know? Maybe he became the Wisp.
yeah. So I'm super early in it. It seems like there's way more customization. There's way more, like the passive abilities seem like, it looks like there's probably like 24 of them. Like there's a lot.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of them are upgradable, and I haven't figured out if that's upgrading just through use or what, but...
Currency of some kind.
But there's some that, you can slot in that it's like, the aggressive one is like, deal 15 or deal 25% more damage, but take 25% more damage. I can't remember the exact numbers, but then you could like take that one out, and then there's one that's just called like hardened or defensive, where it's just like just take 10% less damage overall.
Yeah.
So
well, if you're getting hit, who needs 10% less damage? Or if you're not getting hit,
right, then you might as well just fucking take the 25% boost and go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Give him the business.
Yeah. I think it. I'm early, but it seems like exactly what I was looking for in
More
a new
Ori.
game. Yeah.
Mori?
Which is Mori. Yeah, that's very good. I liked it.
Doesn't that mean, what is the memento mori? Doesn't that mean like, isn't that the thing from
Povich.
Excuse me?
Maury Povich.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy from Return of the Obra Dinn, Maury Povich.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And he's just shaking his head.
Yeah.
I looked to him for approval, and he's like, no,
Didn't like that.
that one didn't.
Just keep
That one didn't
myself.
fly. I feel like I must have played some other game. I don't know. I forgot to do the show notes till this morning, and I was like, oh, I should probably play Journey. I gotta go. And then didn't print them. Maybe not. No, maybe not. Playing Bloodborne again. I started playing Frostpunk a little bit. I saw it's on Game Pass. And it's just too real. It's just hitting too close. It's like a suffer sim. Things are going bad.
Yeah.
I made a decision to make something about kids who lost limbs, put prosthetics on them, and get them back in the factories. I don't know.
Yeah.
I played like 2 hours though, and it was like, I can't. This is, oh jeez.
Not ready. Not in the right mind space.
Not today.
That doesn't sound like I go to video games to take me away from reality. That looks just
we
like,
need
that doesn't sound like
we need
something.
the factories, Andy.
I always feel like I do too, and then it's the ones that like put me kind of right back in reality. That at the end I'm always like, that was fucking dope.
Yeah.
That was
Shit.
fucking dope.
I felt real feelings. God damn.
I can't remember the last time I played a game like that. I always avoid them.
Yeah, you should play. Well, you as I'm saying this, you have like a thing with gore though. You really don't like blood and gore and stuff, right?
No,
I was gonna say
it's-
like Last though. You should try Last of Us.
And
Well, I played Last of Us.
mild
Did you?
sketch.
Oh, yeah.
Last of Us didn't do any. You
It
felt
depends. Like, I
nothing?
mean, there was some like that one where the big clicker when he kills you and he grabs your head and like grabs you
Oh,
between
yeah.
the jaw.
Oh,
That I was
some-
just like, even thinking about it
some
right
of
now,
those
like,
deaths.
I didn't want any
horrifying.
part of that either.
yeah, like that one. That one got me. And that if that game wasn't as good as it was, I would not have continued to play it. Like that was like. But I don't think that guy ever caught me again after that. So,
You just fucking shut. Like you'd be an inch from me and you just pause it and turn it off.
or I'd run into another one and let another one get me.
Gotta go.
Did have to
less
experience
scary.
him. Oh, good lord! But no, but yeah, okay. So there you go. I guess Last of Us would have been one of the ones I played. Then,
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, so I guess every now and then there is one that does, but it's got to be really good if I'm going to dive into something
Yeah.
like that.
Lara Croft dies real nice in some of those games.
I can't. Which was the last one? I liked Tomb Raider though too. So
She dies real nice in that first
Big
Tomb
fucking
Raider. Spiked
iron
down the river.
bar
Yeah.
right through her throat.
oh, that was when go over the waterfall, right?
Yeah. God
see,
damn it.
once
That one's
again,
bad.
Yeah, that was the worst one.
I saw that online before I bought that game, and then once I got it, I was like doing that one. I was like, oh,
I need to know.
fuck,
Yeah.
this is the one.
The spike traps too. You
Yeah.
just fall in the spike traps and just.
She's like torn apart by wolves. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I think the bear got me once.
oh, that's probably
the
a
bear
real
will
gross
fuck you
one.
up.
yeah, the
That's
bear
so
was.
fuck you up.
Yeah, so there's some of them that I can handle, but it's got to be.
I mean, if you can handle that first Tomb Raider, you can handle anything. That thing was kind of
fucked.
fucked.
Graphic.
I turned away a lot, and just tried not to die.
Yeah, well, here. Well, after I saw some of those, I'm like, well, I kind of want to know, like, how many of these did they make? And I want to die everywhere and see what they made.
You just go watch a montage online.
Yeah. We'll do our TV check in here real quick before the break. Any TV check-in?
I finished Hunters.
Which one's Hunters? What's Hunters?
It's the one about the Nazis.
It's Al Pacino.
It's Al Pacino.
Yeah, right.
The Nazis have infiltrated the United States and are trying to start up the Fourth Reich. And a band of Jews are finna stop them.
Hell yeah. Was it good?
Yeah.
Worth a watch?
I enjoyed it actually quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's reviewing. So take it with a grain of salt. But it's very, like, it reminded me a lot of, in a lot of ways, of Wolfenstein, where it was just like super stylized and like this absurd, like these absurd deaths and
revenge fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm super into the bad people getting their comeuppance.
Hell yes. Inglourious Bastards is a very fun
film. If you
film.
like Inglourious
good
Bastards, there's probably some parts of this that you'll be really into.
So there you go. I liked Inglourious Bastards.
Hell
That's
yes.
got a lot of gore in it,
Yeah,
though, right?
man. Some of the I turn away at
Scalp
some
them.
parts in
Yeah.
Inglourious
Fucking
Bastards.
scalping was funny.
Maybe it's not as bad for me as I thought it was.
Yeah. You start watching Dragon Ball yet?
No, I haven't. But it's gonna happen. Like, now's the time.
Now that
'cause
we're shut at home, yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Now that I literally can't do anything else,
It's time.
I'll watch Dragon Ball.
well, I was finishing something else there
17
too,
things.
and but yeah, now that I have a lot of time on my hands, I'll dive into it. So, but no, the thing that I have ongoing just week to week is just I've been watching Clone Wars right now. So,
Oh, what do you think?
I love it. I think it's fantastic.
what
Clone
season-
Wars
what
is
season you
keeping
on
the
here?
Star Wars universe alive.
What season you on here?
Well, I'm on the most recent one,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the new one right now. So that's why every single Friday they put out an episode, which, like, I kind of like that, but they're 20-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Like, I sit down, I get my dinner, I get my beverage, I'm ready. It's like a ritual every week now. And by the time I crack the beer open, the episode's over. And I gotta wait till next week. But it is really good. Yeah, I think they're gonna. It's nice because I've watched through the original twice now, and I've always been a big fan of those. The one thing that they didn't do is they didn't segue it into the Empire. What the hell is it called? What's number 3 again?
Revenge of the Sith.
They didn't really segue into that at all, where I think that this season is going to bring it into that, and you're going to kind of get to see what happened to the clones in that whole transfer period, and what happened to everybody else behind the scenes. Where did Maul go, and things like that.
Where did Maul go?
Well, I can't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
But in that moment, though, like it'll be cool to see how it affected everybody else, and that's what I really like about it as well, too, right? Because it really humanizes the clones. You get to see their side of the whole thing. It's like
There's a lot of great shots of, because they're all clones, of like, and a lot of great memes come out of it, of like the clone with a gun to his copy in front of him being escorted, about to betray the next clone in front of him, and the clone in the very front, like, suspicious of the 3 clones behind. It's kind of ridiculous.
A little bit, yeah.
They have different voices too, the clones, don't they? Some of them do.
Yeah, I think it's the same guy that does it, but I
is
think
it?
he just varies his voices.
Okay. Well, then that's how they should do it.
The one cool thing that's neat about this season is they brought in the whole first 4 episodes kind of all revolved around this group called the Bad Batch. So it was like a group of clones that didn't come out of processing the way they were supposed to. But
One's
they
really
actually,
tall, one's fat.
yeah, exactly, right. Like there's a
It's like
group.
bad fusions.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But you watch these guys, and like they do their own thing. They don't want to be part of the group. They call the other clones Reggies, which I really enjoy.
Filthy reggies.
But you have, yeah, essentially. But like they're really good, and the operation they run is better than any of the other clones. And I'm just like, you call them the Bad Batch, but why weren't you making them all like this? Like, you have one guy that's super smart, you got the techie guy, you got the big bruiser guy, you got a sniper in there. Like, it's cool. So it really makes you like those characters. Where the prequels just kind of made them super indisposable, right? And this shows that, hey, they're actually people. Like, did they actually get upset when a bunch of them get blown up indisposably because you just send them in there to get slaughtered by a bunch of mechanical droids? So,
Did you ever watch Rebels?
yeah, no, I watch Rebels.
You like Rebels?
Yeah, I really like Rebels too. Yeah,
Clone Wars is like a little too. The first few seasons are very much made for kids. It feels like.
well, and see, that's the thing, and that's I've told people that as well too. Like, once you get through those first few, there's actually a few arcs that they do with some of the Sith and stuff where I'm like, oh, I thought this was for kids, and like some of it gets a little bit dark at times,
Yeah.
and yeah, like it seems like they decided that was more the direction they. And I think that's kind of the classic TV thing where they kind of ease you into it. And they, this is gonna be a fun Star Wars thing, and then they start throwing
one
some
and
stuff.
two is like Jar Jar is fucking
it's-
all up in it. Like it's
awful.
bad
Yeah,
news.
he goes more to the back once
It's
you get
real
through those
bad
first couple
news.
seasons. Yeah, but did you watch Rebels?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't finished it, but I watched the first 2 seasons. Season 2 seasons maybe. I don't know. I'm working through it.
Okay, I really liked Rebels too. So
What's her Ahsoka? What's her name?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
That was Anakin's Padawan.
Have you seen episode 9? You've seen episode 9, the latest Star Wars movie, Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And did you know that her voice appears in that film?
I did.
All right. Well,
I think
then I'll
that-
just shut my big mouth.
I think that the one dude from
Unimpressed.
I think that the one,
Unimpressed.
I think that the other Kanan from Rebels. I think his voice was in there too.
Is that right? I knew somebody.
There's a
was
lot of
supposed to be,
voices
yeah.
in that
Yeah,
montage.
they did a
I'm
lot
like,
of
I
them,
don't know.
so-
what
But
the
yeah,
fuck
from
any
the
of these
from the
people are.
cartoons.
I think every Jedi under the sun was in there. So
It's
but-
true.
But yeah, no, it's good. I like all of that stuff. So I mean, and this new season of Clone Wars, like, it doesn't feel like it's for kids. So
Yeah.
it feels like it's for the fans that have watched it, made it through those first few that were for kids, and then watched the rest of it, and that's who they're appealing to. I'm just excited to see it arc into Revenge of the Sith. I think I'm not prepared to be sad. I think I'm going to be sad, but I'm happy that it's finally going to connect those two things.
Does Anakin have his face scar yet?
Yes,
Okay.
because he got that in.
Yeah.
He got that in 2. So yeah,
In the movie too.
in the movie
from
too.
Dooku.
No.
Yeah.
No, he got the one I'm thinking of. He got in Clone Wars because I remember listening to the director's commentary, and George Lucas was like, I can't remember if it was George Lucas or one of the director or something about George Lucas, but he was like, they told us that Anakin had to have a scar now, and we're like, why? Why does he have to have a
George.
scar now? And they're like, there's like some expanded universe stuff he's got to go through between these movies, and they're like, we were really super not into it, but we didn't get to make the call, so then he had a scar.
I just watched that too. I'm trying to think of where he would have got it because it would have been in the shows then.
Yeah.
I can't think of the moment when it happened.
I
But-
assume it's in the shows because I just know it's in some expanded universe stuff between the second and third movie.
now I'm second guessing it. Maybe I'm pretty sure he has it on his face.
I think he totally has something across an eye.
Yeah, he has it in the show. I'm just trying to think now what the moment was in the show when he would have got it if he got it in the show. Damn it! I mean, I crushed like all those seasons in 2 weeks.
Good.
So
You're well prepared for Dragon Ball.
yeah, they're all blended together. But no, it's good. I anybody who likes Star Wars, and especially if you didn't like the new movies, should go watch Clone Wars because I think it's better than those. So
What are you watching these days, Oj?
Westworld is starting up today.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck.
yesterday.
We got to go. It's yesterday podcast
real
time. Yesterday podcast time. Today
You're
real
right,
time. We live in real time.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm
Westworld
looking forward to
FM.
it.
New episode will be up here on the main podcast feed.
Yep, that's gonna
Monday
happen.
night, right
So
up to
the
TRP.
So the show hasn't happened yet.
The show will air in like an hour.
Okay. Yeah.
In real time, and then the podcast will air Monday night, same day as this, March the 16th. Should be up that evening.
That should be fun. I'm
Yeah.
jealous that you guys are doing this because it makes me miss the.
Not too late.
No, I'm never going to catch up. I bounced off that second season so many
you were
times.
saying. But the fourth time.
But that's the one that will
Yeah.
get me. Just because it reminds me of the excitement I felt when we were doing the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah.
That was very
before
fun.
it all crashed and burned at the end.
Like
watching
Game of
those episodes,
Thrones.
being like, I just want to talk about this now. And then we did those few shows where it's like, let's watch them both, like watch 2 episodes back to back and do 2 shows together, and that's a fucking great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Game of Thrones, a lot of people didn't care for season 2. Feels if we never did another season of Westworld FM, that wouldn't surprise me.
No.
If this last season was a real fucking tire fire,
Have they said this is the last season?
it's this most current season.
Right, okay.
I don't know if it's the
Yeah, I
last.
don't
I don't know anything about it, but
Yeah, that the season 2, like, because we just got fresh off rewatching season 2, and it is a really
real
loose.
real fun. Like loose implies that it has
Whereas-
some semblance of togetherness.
Whereas that first season was super tight and very good, this one is very loose.
I was just talking to one of our buddies who was over last night, Buddy Munch from many a rock band stream, telling him, like, because he's like, is Westworld any good? I was like, you should fucking watch the first season of Westworld and then just stop watching
The
Westworld.
second season isn't bad though.
It's just very different.
It's tough.
It's just very different.
I mean, he'll
It's
probably
tough.
watch because the first season is so good.
Yeah.
I think anyone who goes through that first season will at least be like, I got to see where
Yeah,
it
I
goes
gotta
from
see-
here,
see
right?
more,
and
yeah.
then whether he sticks with it or not. But that first season of Westworld
Yeah,
is fucking dope.
incredible.
It's very good.
Yeah.
You should watch the first season of Westworld.
You should watch the first season of Westworld. No, and you should always
sorry.
watch Battlestar Galactica, and we don't need to fucking talk about Westworld ever again.
I have a bunch of Dragon Ball
That's
to
right.
watch,
That's
so all this can take a backseat until I get that done.
You better bring. I want to see progressively more weighted clothing on you every week. We'll start with like boots, and it'll be like a weighted headband, arm links, fucking
as I
full
get-
orange gi.
As I get further into it,
Yeah.
you'll know that if I come to next podcast and I'm wearing it all at once, that I just smashed it out in like a couple of days. So
I hope you really like it, and we have an excuse to order some Dragon Ball Z shirts, because there's quite a few Dragon Ball Z shirts that I've wanted for a good long time, but to order one shirt or two shirts is a fool's errand.
That's right.
So if we get a good order of shirts together, that would be fucking rad.
Are these funny shirts?
Shirts from the show. I would love a pink shirt that says "Bad Man"
Yeah.
on the back.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty
That'd be
good.
real dope.
So Vegeta has that in the Dragon Ball game that Kakarot, and it was probably the hardest I laughed that whole game.
Yeah.
That whole emotionless ride I went on during that game had one high point, and that was the first time I controlled Vegeta with the Bad Man shirt.
Yeah, there's a few shirts I want. You know, Yamcha in the
I
dead
wear a
in the
Capsule
hole.
Corp shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would like some some subtler ones, like just Capsule Corp logo, or like
I've always wanted to put a Capsule Corp patch on one of my jean jackets.
that'd
Just
be
like
dope.
Trunks.
Yeah. Oh, and you could wear like you could go to Baby Gap and get the
Cropped
really
it, yeah,
small
cropped it up.
jean
Yeah.
jacket.
And a fucking sword.
And it's-
Baby Gap. Fuck yeah.
I've been watching jack shit. I've just been rewatching stuff. Anime, apparently. Preparing myself. I don't know what for. At the end, maybe, it feels like. I don't know.
Well, I kind of, now that we're doing this whole thing where we got to stay indoors, I've actually been kind of going back and watching some old movies, and I
Yeah.
decided to watch through Pirates of the Caribbean again.
those are good.
So,
First
yeah.
three, I really like those first. Those first three are good.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
the last two are very good. But like I watched that first one and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's fire up the next one. Like I was gonna watch them on a day-to-day basis. I watched the first one today and I was like, let's get that second one going before we go to the podcast. We finish it when I get home. It's great. I love it.
Bill Nighy, a real treat. You should watch Hot Fuzz. Also, as Bill Nighy.
I tell you all the time. I've
Watch
seen
it.
Hot Fuzz.
Watch it, Andy.
I've watched
Didn't
it.
we just have this conversation
Yes, we
and you're
talked
like,
about
what's
it.
Hot Fuzz?
No, the other day
No, that was
you brought Hot Fuzz
the
up,
group.
and I
earlier
said,
today.
"Yeah, it's a great movie. I love that film." He's like, "Well, you want to talk about Hot Fuzz?" I'm like, "Yeah, we do a
quote
lot."
the whole thing right now, Andy. All right, prove to me that you know it. Okay. It was different. It was that conversation in this room with the person sitting in that chair.
Oh, okay.
It was just apparently 6 hours earlier in the day.
yeah.
It's okay. I'm fully prepared for you to ask me again in a week, or tell me again in a week to watch Hot Fuzz. So
She's just watch. Just should do your weekly reminder to watch Hot Fuzz. You know.
it's a great show.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching. There's a new season of Dirty Money out. Dirty Money's a documentary about I guess scams, financial scams, famous financial scams. And I've only watched one episode about who is he? Trump's son-in-law, who is like kind of a big government figure now, owns a
Donald
bunch
Trump
of
Jr.?
no
That can't be right. It's not his son-in-law.
son-in-law.
That
Yeah,
would've been quite a
married his
coincidence.
daughter.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but real fucking shitbag. I mean, all these
yeah.
people, real fucking shitbags. But I don't know. I find those documentaries like fascinating, morbidly fascinating. There's one in the first season which is really good about the Volkswagen scandal in the 2010s, 2012 or whatever that diesel scandal was. It's a fascinating show.
I'm gearing up. I don't think I said this on the pre-show to watch Contagion.
That was just you and me talking.
That was just me and you talking.
And I said I can't do it. It's always on. You turn on Netflix and it's like, you want to watch Contagion?
Do I?
No.
No.
It's got Matt Damon. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Talk me back.
And it's about the end of the world.
That's not the time now.
Well, it's about that particular way the world ends.
Right.
I can do general apocalypses.
It's about the end of the world that we are on course for at the time,
Yep.
which is what makes these movies good.
They've never hit harder than right now.
So as someone who watches these movies and was always like, that could never happen.
Yeah, this is-
I think I'm like, someone would have stopped this. If they brought this to people in charge, they wouldn't be like, oh, it's fine.
No way they
It's
would,
fine.
yeah.
No one would react like that. We would take this sensibly. But now being in it and seeing the people say, oh, it's fine, I'm finna watch some Contagion. Because I got to figure out how it ends.
yeah.
What's going to happen in a few weeks?
Well,
I gotta know.
there was no Contagion 2 as far as I know, so
No.
interpret a lot of things.
Right.
We'll take a quick break here. We'll come back and do the news, what little news there is, and we'll see you here on the other side of this musical break. I'm good. Does anyone have to leave? Does anyone have to break?
I can go to the bathroom.
Do it. That's what it's for.
I'm gonna go real quick too.
There's no music if you're watching live. Hello, live viewers. Everybody watch your domes. Everybody watch your domes.
Domes. Protect the domes.
Protect the domes.
We're finally moving forward on The Watchmen.
Yeah.
It's a really good show.
Yeah.
I really like it a lot.
What episode are you
Hang
on?
on. Are we talking about the best show that's come out in years?
Yes.
3 or 4, the one that follows Silk Spectre, which I fucking really.
Oh,
really
she was
like.
killed. Is it called She Was Killed by Space Junk?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Does it end with the car?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit is a. You're like a.
Fucking
You're,
right.
You're right on the precipice.
episode or two
I
away,
really,
but
I really
it
like
is-
that one because of the whole Silk Spectre thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was neat.
She's also
And
in.
the way she's-
That actress is a big part of Legion, which nobody else in the entire world has watched, but it's a very good show.
You keep flying that flag.
Yeah, didn't stick the landing 100%, but it was okay. It was a 75% landing. It was pretty good. It was all right.
That's kind of how I felt about Outsider.
I still gotta get around
Stephen
to
King
that.
one?
Yeah, I watched the first episode, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll go back.
Yeah.
Just didn't. Wait,
I'd say it starts, like, if you're not digging it early, I kind of felt like it got worse in the middle and then maybe came back up to where it started at the end. So I was super in
Yeah.
at one, and then it kind of lost me in the middle and got me back. So if you're kind of so-so on one, it might not.
Is it scary?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
it's
I seen the
it's
trailer for that and it was really interesting.
It's a lot more of like a detective murder mystery than it is a
yeah, it's scary. Like True Detective was
Yeah.
scary.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like those. I really like True Detective. I didn't watch season 3 of True Detective.
I only watched season 1. I remember watching season 1 in Grand Prairie, and the audio producer and I, after lunch for like 3 months straight, whatever the show was airing, every single day after lunch, we would just not go back to work. We would just go sit in his fucking studio, and if anyone came in, we're like, oh, we're writing. And we were just coming up with crazy theories about True Detective.
Yeah.
Like all this, because we thought it was like a supernatural show. We thought it was gonna be a monster or a demon, or because they're all talking about Carcosa and these weird symbols and all this shit. All like pages and pages and pages of us like all these like, oh, what if this, and then at the end of that, spoilers, I guess, minor spoilers for True Detective season 1. It's just a murder. It's just a dude. It's just a crazy man who kills people. I'm like, oh. this was good and
fun.
satisfying
Yeah.
on the way, but like we were way the fuck out there.
Outsider's good though.
Maybe you should stick with it.
Yeah. All right, I'll give it another chance.
I broke the toilet, Oliver.
The toilet's broken.
Well, I broke it though. I broke the handle thing.
Oh
I
no.
snapped it.
Oh no.
Because I remember you had to like give it a little bit of a push. I pushed it, it snapped.
You broke it right out. Why did you tell Oliver?
Well, because he's going in there.
Oh, he's next in line for the bathroom. Oh, I thought you were like, Oliver, I need you. Can you fix this?
Just let him know before he goes in there. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just letting him know.
Kevin's gonna kill you.
Whatever. I'll give him $5 for it.
You should just fix it for him. I bet if you fix it for him next time you're here, he'd be fucking super happy because that thing was broken before you. Not broken off, but did not
Yeah, now
work
it's
before you
broken.
came.
Well, if he buys the part, I'll fix it.
You broke the part, so you kinda, it's on you now, Andy. It's on you now. Man's gonna walk down here for his midnight poop in the pure dark and go to hit the flusher, and
There's not a toilet upstairs?
there is
Yeah, but not for fucking midnight.
not for midnight pooping. Yeah, there's wooden cabinet. You're gonna poop you're gonna midnight poop in a bathroom with wooden cabinets, Andy. Oh my god, what are you fucking wooden cabinets in the shower? Have you not seen that bathroom up there? There's like literally
Never been
wooden
on the
cabinets in the shower up there.
You'd never poop in that bathroom.
It's
right in the middle of the
wild.
night.
You'll see when you go up there. You'll be like, oh, yeah, shit.
Sounds like Oliver's breaking.
These guys are right.
Well, he's taking the back off because that's how you have to flush it.
Yeah, we got a minor delay in the podcast while we repair a toilet.
Can't take this guy anywhere, eh?
It just always seems to be Andy. The worst luck. The drums, the toilet,
Whatever.
ignorance, barriers. Yeah. That's you. Breaking down barriers, buddy. Shattering ignorance. That's right. Adversity. Adversity.
I'm just a destructive person.
Yeah. Andy breaks down barriers. Breaks down the walls between us, you know?
Chris Jericho.
And sometimes the walls around us.
walls down.
Break down the walls!
All right, break down the walls.
No, you were right. You were totally right.
Let's break the walls down.
And then break down the
Oh,
wall.
okay.
That's totally how it goes.
Okay,
We were singing the song.
it's good shit. Very good.
Does he still use that song?
No, he uses his Fozzy song now.
Oh yeah, Judas Effect or whatever. Or that's the song and the
Judas-
move, isn't it?
The Judas Effect is the move.
Oh, the song
I
has
think the
something
song
about
is
Judas.
Judas. It might just be called Judas.
You're just kind of a piece of shit. The grand traitor, as it
Yeah.
were.
That's probably the.
Oh, because he's the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ready to talk about some news here, gentlemen? Everybody's sannied up, and
Fucking.
let's do...
it's never been cleaner.
Everything's canceled. Everything's canceled. All the events are canceled. E3 2020 is canceled.
It's funny, in the span of a week, we like pulled this news, E3 2020 is canceled, and that was like, oh man, that was fucking crazy. And then since that happened, like, our K-12 schools are closed.
Yes, literally everything's closed. Yeah. It
A
shouldn't-
lot has happened in a week.
Shouldn't be a surprise. Maybe if there's any event between now and say January, because that's when the new year starts. But who knows? It's probably gonna be delayed or canceled in some form. So don't be too surprised. And unsurprisingly, they said they canceled over growing COVID concerns. E3 was kind of headed down a weird path anyways. Maybe they could use this year to try and figure out whatever the fuck that show is going to be. It's a shame they won't get to create their FOMO, get their activations this year. But hey, there's always next year. And they say that E3 will apparently return in 2021.
We all have the E3 FOMO now.
Yeah, no kidding. The big players, Microsoft, Ubisoft, Nintendo, have all said they're still gonna find a way to get that news out.
I mean,
Probably sometime in
probably
June.
send a letter.
Yeah,
What
probably
does-
a physical paper.
What does Nintendo have to do differently? They've always just done it like the online way, anyways. For the past
They're
years,
always
haven't they?
there,
So-
though.
Yeah, they're
Like,
always.
Yeah.
There was a E3 Nintendo press conference usually.
Was there? I thought they stopped doing those completely, and it was just all based off
I think
their
they did
little-
one last year.
Well, they do the prepackaged video thing,
Yeah.
which is where they get most of their
And everybody's
news out.
snapping.
Right, but there is also Nintendo booths where people go to play Nintendo games that are not out yet. And
Right, but they don't have a hall where they come on stage and present everything. Yeah, they haven't done that, but yeah, they have their booths. So we'll still get there.
Yeah. And we'll get nothing will change. Like from
like especially
our
with how
perspective.
we
Yeah,
we consume
consume it,
E3,
yeah.
nothing changes.
nothing will change.
Yeah.
It'll be we will all realize, like with all these people working from home and like, oh shit, like it turns out we totally probably can work from home in a lot of cases. We'll realize we don't need to fucking go to LA. We can just do this over the internet. It's way better. Let's just stay in our underwear.
That's right.
And hear about these video games.
We're not making all the people who listen to us come to us to listen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Putting it out to them.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool though to
It's a live studio audience.
Yeah.
One of these days.
get the Jubilee Auditorium rented out.
No, it has to be under 50 people now, though.
Oh, right.
so
So
that-
yeah,
sure that'll be
And
okay.
and we're 4 of those 50. So
a Canadian brew house then.
Are we at 50 now?
I thought you told me that it was down from 250 to 50.
No, I don't think I ever
No,
said that.
I was talking about that, but then I said, "Where is this happening?" And I said it was in Atlanta.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I think we're still at 250.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing's that surprising about E3. I don't know. There is still something like the promise of E3. It is cool to go and play video games that aren't out yet. It's cool to go and play something that not everybody has got to play, and feel like an insider. But like that isn't E3 anymore. Where
And it seems like it hasn't been for a little while.
yeah, it hasn't been for quite a few years. Where even in 2012 when I was there, it was almost like that was the tail end of it. Where it was you were playing games that were out or games that were about to come out. Like the newest thing we saw was Tomb Raider. Which was only 6 months out or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like you're playing something that's like 3 years away still
Yeah.
or something like that.
And like we do now get to play early video games all the fucking time in early access.
Yeah,
and
exactly. They'll announce it and then they'll say, and it is now in early access now, and you can play it on the show floor. And
Available
it's like, well, I could have
today.
It's a beta.
Yeah, I could have just stayed at home and played the beta you released. Why am I here? Like,
it's not what it used to be, and it probably never will be again. But hey, here's some great news. Video games are coming out.
woo!
Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing Horizons are out next week.
Yeah, this is
A little something to play while you're inside. Eh?
Fucking 1-2 punch. Hell of a
Yeah.
1-2 punch.
it's a good
yeah.
week.
Shot and chaser.
Doom with a nice little
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Well, and I really love the how opposite end of the spectrum both these games are. But like everybody is still excited about playing both these
Yeah.
games. But
Yeah.
it's like I want to go collect some acorns and bugs and then shoot the head off of an alien hell monster.
Some of the crossover logo treatments and stuff people have been doing have been very funny.
Dreams with Isabel telling you to rip and tear.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Half-Life Alyx is out the Monday after. That's the VR Half-Life sequel, which I'm actually starting to get pretty excited for. That thing looks polished.
I would never play that.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it is. As someone, Final Fantasy VII was a formative game for you. Half-Life and Half-Life 2 were super, super formative for me. And I love that poorly explained story that they have.
Yes.
Where,
We're gonna stick the landing here.
yeah, here it
We'll
is.
pull it all together.
Hopefully, that's what I'm curious. I need to see the landing one way or the other. It's been 16 years since Half-Life 2. It's been 16 years since Half-Life 2. Jesus.
It's like chiseled on the wall behind
Yeah.
that.
Every day he puts up a line.
one more.
Yeah.
Sony has no plans, they say, to release games on PC at the same time as the PlayStation console. There's a bit of supposing that maybe they were, because Horizon Zero Dawn has been confirmed as coming to PC. Death Stranding has been confirmed coming to PC. Microsoft is doing their all games coming to Windows platforms, not just PC or Xbox anymore. So the thinking, very reasonably so, was maybe Sony's going to do the same thing. They got out there and said, no, we're not. Here's the quote. And to maybe put a few minds at ease, releasing one first-party AAA title to PC doesn't necessarily mean that every game now will come to PC, Sony's head of worldwide studios, Herman Hulst, said. And maybe to put a few minds at ease.
Who is stressed about this
What
happening?
the fuck?
As longtime PlayStation fanboy,
I swear to God.
I was stressed.
You were stressed?
I swear to God, if
You're
this
like,
is how
more
this is
people
gonna
get to play Horizon? Smash your PlayStation?
My
5 years after I did.
my mind is at ease, fellas.
That's gross.
Thank God.
If your mind wasn't at ease, maybe just you have a real good look in the mirror, maybe.
Maybe video games just aren't for you.
Yeah. I remember being a shitty fanboy as a kid. We're so far past that now. We crossplay now. It's 2020. We crossplay.
Yeah, people with mice and keyboards kick the ever-loving shit out of me in Warzone.
I wish that. I wish that stuff worked.
But otherwise, though, it's great. Like, we're just all a big happy family. You know? Let's all play games and have fun.
Did I tell you guys about the Deja Loot thing last week? The Apex event?
I remember hearing the words.
Oh, that's where all the loot stayed in the one spot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I played one round of that.
It's still going. It was a
Oh,
two-week
is it?
thing. Yeah, it goes till Tuesday. They did one half on the map they're on now, and then the second week they did on Kings Canyon. I think I would have talked about it. Did we have a show last week?
Yeah, you definitely talked about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
good. Then I don't
Because
need to
remember
talk about it
all the
again.
loot is randomly.
Yeah.
No, all the
No,
loot
it's on the
is
same
set.
spot.
Yeah. And then
But changes every day.
No, the loot stays the same all week.
Oh.
The trajectory of the plane and the way the circles go down change daily, but then stay the same the whole day.
That's cool.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
an interesting way to do that.
Yeah. Something no one else has done.
I'm going to switch up the order of these stories. This is a neat little story. There's a thing called the Uncensored Library. It's a Minecraft server, a Minecraft map, the Uncensored Library. It is a literal massive library in Minecraft that you connect to, and it is I did not pull the name of the organization because I'm terrible, but it is, I'm going to look it up right now and cite this properly. It is a way to get censored information, censored newspaper articles, and things the government doesn't want countries to see into these countries where in the library they are taking these censored news articles and like literally pasting them into the Minecraft books, into literal books in Minecraft that you read in Minecraft, because you can't connect to these news websites in wherever you are, China,
They're all blocked.
or
Yeah.
wherever.
North Korea.
But you can play video games.
But you can play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they are getting all these censored materials into countries through Minecraft.
That's hilarious.
Which is very
I wonder
neat.
how long this will
Yeah, I
last.
was going to say,
I'm gonna look up the name of
how
this.
long that can go under wraps for before old Kim Jong-un's like, no, sir.
Nuke the library.
Yeah. Well, now that we
Sir, it's not a physical space.
now that we said it here,
I'm going to need you to blow that up.
give it the talking reckless bump, unfortunately, into the ground. Let's see here. A lot of users. Reporters Without Borders. Oh, there you go. Like Doctors Without Borders, but Reporters Without
Oh,
Borders.
shit. We have someone over there doing Reporters Without Borders, and we had to call her back because of all this shit.
Yeah, getting.
She was there for like 3 days.
out there.
And now she's got to spend
spend more
14
time.
in her
Spend more-
apartment.
Spend more time on the plane than she did on ground.
Reporters Without Borders created the uncensored library within Minecraft as what it calls a what? Within Minecraft as what it calls a loophole to overcome censorship.
Oh,
It's
yes.
a weirdly worded sentence, but
That makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
yeah, it's very cool. Countries like Russia, China, there are a whole bunch of them. And it is let's see if I can get the picture. Like, it is a big ass physical library in Minecraft that looks fucking impressive and would be kind of
That's how
dope.
Minecraft looks nowadays?
Well, that's like way pulled back because the blocks are.
Oh, so then you go in and then it's still that low res.
As you get closer and the resolution goes down, it looks like Minecraft, but it's a big ass library.
The thing that tickles me a little bit. That's beautiful. Is
That is gorgeous.
Oh, that's very nice.
That does look damn good.
the thing that tickles me is the idea of like a Russian or Chinese government official trying to navigate the video game space to figure out what we're dealing with here. Where he's like, I don't know how to even get to the library.
Just the papers are like coming out of the scanner.
Yeah.
Someone rips off. His glasses come down. Like, my God, it's Minecraft.
So you could go in to that library and like click on a thing and then read a censored.
Yeah, read today's news from the censored journalists.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it online. You can connect. You can download it as a map. It's neat. It's a neat little thing. I'm gonna get in there and just look around to see what's up. But
Yeah.
it's
I want
very
to see
cool.
how like the Dewey Decimal System works and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's I think they organize it by country. They said
Okay.
where you're like, I'm from Russia. I want to read banned articles from Russia or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna get there and fuck around.
That's cool.
Yeah. Last story. Do you guys remember folding at home?
I do.
Folding at home?
No.
Yeah. PlayStation 3, you could leave your PlayStation 3 run, and it would like use computing power and send it to MIT or wherever, and they would fold the like cancer proteins or something to help solve cancer. I don't know.
Just leaving my PlayStation 3 idling?
You'd
Well, you have to
run
launch the folding at
Yeah, you
home.
run an app,
I
and then it would just.
I could have helped out a lot of people had I known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folding at home is tackling COVID now.
Hey,
That's cool. What is it running on?
PCs.
Okay.
Yes. As someone who has two PCs, I mean, my PCs are at home folding right now.
Oh, good.
Hell yes.
And
What is full? It's just like running simulations, or what is it?
Yeah, it's like ultra crazy advanced simulations that take like millions of computer or whatever. I'm
Right.
probably poorly representing it, but lots of
they
computers
need the
all over
power.
the world, yes,
Yeah.
and they use your GPU and CPU time.
That's neat. That's really neat.
If you want to join our team, because it like keeps tracks and there's points per day, and you know you can. It's
Our?
a competitive thing. The Talking Reckless team.
Okay.
It's only a number, but we are team 239529. That's team 239529. The password is pizza pie. One word. Pizza pie.
Cool.
Join our team. I'm
Pizza
full.
pie in the toilet was too long.
Yeah, that wouldn't be consistency.
Also,
That wouldn't be that
no
funny.
good.
You know?
Pizza pie wouldn't go
Yeah,
down.
when-
No, there's an art to pies in the toilets, and a pizza
I
would
know.
not.
This
It wouldn't break
doesn't have
up.
the crumble effect.
Yeah, it's got to break up.
You remember the bit on you? Of course you do. The bit on Better Call Saul where the guy, the videos of the guy sitting in the pie,
He's a squat cobbler,
squat cobbler.
and he has to cry a little bit or
Yes, the
something.
guy, yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's a good bit. It's the
Them-
first thing I thought of when you said you were throwing pies in the toilet.
Them's the news stories for the week. Join our folding at home team. It's fun. You can watch the little simulation go. It's a neat little thing. Podcast at talkingrecords.com is the email address if you would like to write in your thoughts here to the email address. Might as well. You're just sitting at home, you know, don't go outside. Might as well write in the podcast, you know, see what's going on. We will take Westworld emails as well for season 3 to podcast at talkingreckless.com.
Right in.
And read them and go through them on Westworld FM, which will be out tomorrow. I don't think I have anything else to say. A little bit of a short cast here. Make sure you check out Tron if you haven't, especially this week's. Oh boy, you just want to feel good in your soul,
Yeah.
in your heart. If you want to feel like someone who just flushed a full apple pie down a toilet, check out Tron this week.
This is the most fucked thing I've ever heard.
I can't believe you've not even like a rhubarb pie, nothing. Like you've
Why?
never put any
I like
form of
eating
a
my
pastry.
pies. I grew up in a household where my family put in great effort into making their pies, and I was not about to flush that work down the toilet for my own pleasure.
What if the pie wasn't really that good though? And you're
I've
like,
never
how do I
had
get rid of this pie without making
Never had
my
a bad
parents
pie in
feel
my
bad?
life.
That's how the first one probably happened. It's like,
Yeah.
I gotta turn, and then put it in
And
the
the
toilet.
guy
I was
just
like,
started laughing.
It's so bizarre.
just immediately like, I gotta cut. You gotta get over here.
Mom, come see what happened to your pie when I threw it in the toilet.
You gotta get over here right now.
This is so bizarre. I'm fascinated by it. I hope I never understand it.
Don't king shame me, all right? Podcast.talkingreckless.com is our email address. We have a Discord as well. You can find all this stuff by going to talkingreckless.com. Coming on the Discord with us. I stream every day also over on twitch.tv/talkingrecklesspodcast. We do a D&D show called Rolling Reckless, which you should check out. It has never looked better. It has never sounded better. New mics, new well, next week we're going to have a new camera setup and stuff. It's going to be crazy.
We're promising next week.
If we're still here next week, yeah.
Staying positive.
That's right.
Yeah.
Staying.
Keep those plans in place. As soon as you start taking them off the table, and then
Can't say positive. You know, you test positive, which you can't.
we don't use that word. We already went over this.
Yeah, we're taking positive out of our vocab. And if you enjoyed what you heard, please consider supporting us over on patreon.com/Talking Reckless Podcast. There's longer podcasts, Tron, the pre-show, which is just a whole gambit. Some weeks it's crazy drug stories. Some weeks it's crime. Some weeks it's just kind of like. Some weeks it's like
into the void.
Yeah. Some weeks it's like a weird, like it's kind of sober, like talk about the world show.
Personal shit sometimes.
Tron is
just airing out of grievances.
Yeah, Tron goes some places sometimes. It's a great little show. And there is some more stuff coming to the higher Patreon tiers soon as well. Some D&D related content. Maybe as soon as next week. Again, assuming we're still here. We'll find out. That's all I got to say, other than thank you very much, Oliver.
You're welcome. It's good. It's nice
all
to
the
be
time.
back.
Yeah, Oliver put in a shitload of time today as well. Rolling Reckless was in here. We're going to do Westworld tomorrow, which is another fucking 3 hours. Built a bunch of D&D trees and buildings and bars and market stalls and shit for us all weekend. Man's put in a lot of time. A lot of time.
You're welcome. It's great.
Good,
it's
man.
fun.
Thank you very
good
much.
Shit.
Another tentpole of the podcast. Brandon Lynch, thank you very much.
I'd brave any virus.
That's right. Everybody puts in a ton of time. Brandon as well. Andy also puts in an incredible amount of time. Drove like an hour just to get here.
Yeah.
Through the winter shitstorm that kicked up outside again. Through the COVID.
It's getting bad out there again?
Well, it's cold.
Yeah,
it was very warm.
Yeah.
And it,
I was going to say, did the roads get bad since
Yeah,
you've
it's
been
like,
in here?
great.
How did Matt Heeds know?
Can't wait to go home. I got to avoid COVID and other drivers now.
It's in the snow.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Everybody puts in a ton of time, and unlike me, they just volunteer their time. They don't get paid to do this. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for keeping this show going. And thank you to you at home for keeping this show going. We will see you back here next week. If things get bad, we'll do this over headsets. But we will see you here next week.
We can Skype this.
Exactly, yeah. If it gets bad that people can't go outside, we'll fucking do this.
I've thought about that just because I don't want to drive here.
Yeah.
I've been like, I should just tell them let me stay.
We did a lot of years of Skype podcasts, and they fucking
suck. You have to have a real good reason. If this might be the one that makes it happen. But
saving our lives.
I just listened to a Skype podcast on the way here, and boy, does it change.
You can
tell that podcast.
Yeah. People reacting before the other. The timing is just off enough that it's gross. Yeah. And to you at home, thank you so much. Please check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Talking Reckless Podcast. We will see you here next week. It'll be the 311th episode of Talking Reckless.
Stay inside.
Stay inside.
Squat cobbler.
Squat cobbler. I'm gonna turn the stream off and get home and watch Westworld.
Yeah,
and
fucking Westworld.
I got so much stuff to do still. Thanks very much, everyone, for hanging out. A heck of a day of stream. We'll see you tomorrow for some video, maybe. Sometimes I don't stream Mondays because I have 18 podcasts to post. How far away is my finger? This needs to be sanitized now.
For me?
Oh, no.
33 inches.
Perfect.
That's fucking the size of my dick.
Good.
Well.
There you go. Nice. Yep, this is how Brando feels.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you later in the week.
It's so weird, the coincidence.